Hey Joe, how you doing? This is Ashley. I reached out and spoke to Haley, and this is the video I was speaking to her about to kind of fill you in a little bit. Basically, what I plan to go over in this video is I'm going to show you who your biggest competitor is and just kind of break down as to why they're the biggest competitor in the area and how they're getting the business that they're getting and kind of what you can do to start competing against them and to start getting some more traffic on your website, which ultimately results to more business. So basically, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can. I obviously don't want to waste either of our time. So when you are finished watching this video, just reach out. I'd love to talk some more, answer any questions you may have, and we can kind of take things from there. So the first thing I'm going to start with is your current website. Now, when it comes to having a website, it's about how user-friendly it is, how easy it is to navigate that site, and to be able to cater to different types of people coming to your site for whatever reason that may be. So what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your website, they do not want to have to read and scroll and dig throughout your entire site to figure out what services you offer, what areas you offer those services in, and how they can get a hold of you for those services. So what we want to do is have all that information readily available right from the start of the site without them having to even scroll. So, with that said, we like to have a click-to-call phone number, which I believe this is. Yep, that's great. We like to have a form submission option, again, right from the start, which is great. And then we want to have all of our services in drop-down menus. You currently have the menu here, but you have to click on them. I would suggest having these all be drop-down menus. It just makes your site that much more easier to navigate. And I would also implement a areas we serve type tab up here. That way people don't have to dig through your website to see what areas you are traveling to. So that's that. Now the next thing that I want to talk about, I'm not going to talk too much on the layout of your site, the looks, because yes, they play a big role, but it's not in the type of way that you would think. So we want to cater to Google, but we also want to cater to people coming to your site, actual people. So it's a balance, but if we take a look at your site and a site that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, it's actually one of your biggest competitors for a specific keyword I'm going to show you, you can just tell how much more modern, how much more updated their website is compared to what you guys currently have. But scrolling through the rest of your site, the next thing I'm going to talk about is content. Now, in order to be considered an authority in the eyes of Google, you need a minimum of 2,000 words of content. And that's not just any old content, it's keyword-rich, authoritative content. So what that means is if we were to work together, I would go do competitive keyword research. Based on that research, I'd find the keywords we know are going to bring you and your company more business, and that's based on those keywords bringing your competitor business. We send those keywords out to our professional content writers, and what they do is they strategically embed those keywords throughout the content that they're writing about you, about your services that you offer, so on and so forth. Now, those keywords are so very important because they are what people are typing in Google to find you for those services you offer. So if you don't have those keywords, nobody's going to know that you exist, especially for them. And I'll show you some of those keywords here in a little bit. And as I scroll through your website, I see that you do have a little bit of content, which is definitely a start. So if we come over here, I did a general search in Google. Mind you, I could have done a million different searches based on all the services that you offer and all the different areas, but this video would be far too long. So again, this video is just to give you an idea of what is out there and the potential for you to grow. So based on this keyword, your competitor from the organic section it's really Roto-Rooter, but I didn't want to do them. I'm doing the next guy below. So it's these guys here. I'm sure you've heard of them. Now I'm going to show you how to beat these guys. So if we come to their site, you can see right off the bat, their site is more attention grabbing, it's more exciting, it's more modern, it's cleaner. Now don't get me wrong, it's not the best website that I've seen by far, but it's just more updated than what your guys' currently is. Now they have their services all in drop-down menus. They click to call phone number. They have their form submission option. And then they have more content than what you guys currently have, and that's one of the reasons they're currently outranking you. They have their content hidden. But yeah, these guys would not be hard to beat. And I'm going to keep it at that. So if we come back here, I'm just going to break down Google for you based on this search that I did. So basically, Google's broken down into 3 different sections. There's the ads, there's the Google My Business, and then there's the organic section. So the first section of Google, as you can see, is the ads. Now, with this area here, if you're not familiar, basically with Google Guarantee, Google will guarantee the job up to a certain percentage in terms of money. Now, the conversion rate for these are pretty high, so that's good for you guys, because I'm sure, as you're well aware, most of the time when somebody's calling you, they're more prone to actually making a purchase from you. So this next section is the Google My Business section, and this area, as any area of Google, is very important to be in. Now, I can see that you guys are here for this keyword, but just because you're showing up now for this keyword does not mean that you're in the Google My Business section for all the other keywords that are out there. And in fact, I actually did look, and for a lot of them, you're not showing up. So for all the ones that you're not showing up for, you're missing out on all that business. Because just like with your website, some people, they just want to come to your site and call and click on that number and talk to you on the phone. While other people, they don't want to talk on the phone. They might be at work still, whatever the case may be, so they might much rather fill out a form submission. So just like that, same thing with Google. Some people strictly go to the ads when they come to Google. Other people strictly come here, and so on and so forth. So if we have you in every one of those spots for a bunch of different keywords that you want to be found for, you have the highest odds. So with this section here, in order to get ranked in this area, it requires a few different things. Some of those are having reviews, geotagged pictures, posting on your GMB listing weekly, citations. There's a lot that goes into this area here. But again, it's an important section to want to show up in. Now, the last section that I'm going to go over with you in Google is the organic section. And this area directly deals with your website. Now, as I scroll through on this organic section, we do not see your site. I actually found you guys on the 5th page of Google, which nobody's going to the 2nd page of Google, let alone the 5th page. So right now you're missing out on a lot of business from this organic section, and you've seen how much you were missing based on these guys. I'll actually show you the number that you're missing out on in a minute. So we come over here to a paid resource that I pay for monthly, and we're taking a look at your stats. Now, these are your monthly stats. Your UR is how strong or trustworthy Google looks at your site. This number is rated out of 100. Yours is not even at a 1 yet, which tells me Google does not look at your site as trustworthy or legit for many different reasons. Not having enough trustworthy content, keyword-rich content, is definitely one of them. Now, the backlinks that you have, you only have one backlink, and it's rated that, which is actually inaccurate, but that's besides the point. So the traffic that you're getting each and every month right now to this site here is 15. And don't get me wrong, you're getting traffic, but what I'm telling you is based on your competitor, you could be getting so much more, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. So if we see exactly where you're getting your traffic from, we can see that you are getting your most traffic off from people going in Google and typing emergency plumber Tampa. 7 people are going to your site off of that keyword. 3 people are going off from Tampa, emergency plumber, and so on and so forth. Now, if we come over here and take a look at your competitor, we can see that they also don't have that trustworthy of a site. Their backlinks are not very good at all. But look at the traffic that they're getting to their website every month. And this is just one of your competitors. So if we take a look at where they're getting their traffic from, we see they're getting their most traffic off from Tampa plumbers. 56 people going to Plumbers Tampa, 45 Tampa Plumber. Now, that's how many people are going to their site. But if we look at this volume right here and take a look at this number, 150 people are going into Google every single month typing Tampa Plumbers. And 61 of them are going to their site. Now, 450 people total every month are typing in Plumbers Tampa. This is all the type of traffic that you are currently missing out on. If you add that all up, that is a lot of potential business that you're missing right now. So as you can see, this is what you're currently getting versus what you could be getting. And again, this is just one of your competitors. That's all I have for you as of right now. If you have any questions at all, please reach out. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one, Joe. Bye.